Hey, what's up guys, Josh's Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today I have another match from locals this week. We have myself on the left, still on D-Brigade, and my very good friend and playtesting partner Mathijs on the right, who's actually playing Mastemon. You see me starting here, going to the EX3 Commandramon, and then actually going into Tankmon, which is a card I'm testing to pair with the Mastemon egg basically. Since it is quite big, it will survive. To check pretty often, you get to make use of the reboot ability, which is very nice. Actually, going to swing right in there and hit into Makerekmon, so sadly that's also 6k, so my Tankmon is going to get deleted. And Mathijs has a pretty good start of going Rookie and then evolving into Gatomon. When he evolves into Gatomon here, I think that pretty much signals that he already has quite some pieces in hand, so he possibly already has like Lady Devimon, a yellow level 5 and Mastemon, or exactly like this, he already has something like Lady Devimon and Ophanimon fall down mode, which he does have here, which gets rid of my Commandramon and also gets him to recover one, since he has both a purple and yellow source in the stack. So I'm going to evolve into Commandramon, the 5k beater there, and then actually Ultimate Flare stack, so he has to start over right away. Ultimate Flare is really not so good in this matchup very often, because a lot of the time the bottom of the stack will be Gatomon, which doesn't get deleted by Ultimate Flare. However, since he did build up into the Ophanimon from a level, from the raising basically, the Ultimate Flare is very strong. He goes for TK here, picks up a yellow card, so he does get recovery. He picks up the Mathijs there, evolves into Gazimon. And at this point he will be always starting his turn on 3. I would definitely think TK is the best tamer to play in Mastemon deck. It's a very nice yellow tamer, which gets you access to the dual color options. And then it's also like a pseudo consistency card. He puts me on 4 here by playing Icemon. I get to play Kazu before swinging. Tap the Kazu, so I get to draw a card and discard a card. Discard Commandramon, surprise, surprise. Sadly, my Commandramon hits into Mastemon, so it gets deleted. And now I basically have 4 memory to spend, since he will go to 3 anyway, which I do by playing Pride Memory Boost and hitting into possibly the best target, which is the floating Commandramon from BD4. So even if he gets to play a Digimon or a card that deletes my Commandramon, then I will usually should have a Commandramon on the field next turn. Actually hits into Ultimate Flare here with the Icemon, so I get to delete the Gazimon there. Probably wants to keep the Gazimon on the field to play against both the Pride Memory Boost as well as potential Darkdramon. Hedge, gain a memory from Kazu. Now I will probably swing first and tap Kazu to draw, so just so I can see if I can draw like the optimal card to evolve over the Mastemon. Going to pitch EX3 Dragonic there. Commandra hits into Lucemon and brings out another floaty Commandra. Again, pretty much the best hit. I am playing like 24 rookies or something like that, so I should definitely have a rookie to evolve over the Mastemon here. Yeah, once again, the big Commandramon. The structure deck 5-1. Mathijs now double Icemon on the field though. I'm just going to play down the Commandramon there. This doesn't necessarily threaten game, but it does if I do have something like the old Darkdramon or possibly a Grumblemon here. Since he has 3 security and I do have 3 attacks lined up already, both the Icemon survive here. Honestly, playing against Mastemon can be such a pain, right? Because they play so many super strong security cards, especially Flame Hellscythe I think is probably the worst offender. We do see him review one here of the purple memory boost, picking up Lady Devimon. But there's still the possibility of 3 of them being in security, right? Because I don't think we saw it before. And he recovers here with the Mathijs. So now I would need both Darkdramon and Grumblemon to go for game. I do have 8 memory though, so if I do both have both of those, I should be able to go for game. So here I do what's probably, I think, the best play in the deck currently. Is where I get to put the new Darkdramon and Steeldramon to the top of my deck, basically. And I already have a Tankdramon in hand, so this will basically set me up to build up the entire line straight away. Which you're going to see I'm going to be doing by tapping the Kazu when I'm going to be attacking here. So I'm going to swing with the Darkdramon here, tap Kazu to draw the Steeldramon. Going to discard a card, which shouldn't be that relevant. I think I have enough D-Brigade cards in trash as is. Going to hit into Devex, which is fine. Now I'm going to evolve to the Steeldramon. Still have 3 memory left, so I can go into Tankdramon and then after this evolve into the EX3 Dragonic for free. I did stack the Commandramons with the BT4 Darkramon, so we knew we were going to hit 100%. So now I have 4 more attacks against his 3 security. So he will have to basically have 2 good security cards to not get gamed here. However, playing against Mastemon can be super upsetting. Because, well, you can probably guess what's going to happen. But I'm going to evolve into the Darkramon here. Which is 4 attacks. Which is 2 attacks. So now I have 5 attacks in total against his 3 security. So I'm going to swing with the Darkramon there. Use the Inheritable of Tankdra to play out the Blocker Commandramon, unsuspend itself, and get rid of the Ice, or one of the Icemon. The Darkramon effect. Mathijs gets to draw 3, discard 2. Which hopefully shouldn't be relevant, but I hit into Def X here, so now I have to really hope it's less 2 security armed and security cards. Hit the Lady Devi there. Float into the Decoy Commandramon, and now I just have 2 attacks left because the most left floaty Commandramon actually has Rush because of the Searsramon Inheritable, but yeah, we hit into Chaos Dragade, and yeah, pretty rough. Pretty rough for sure. Especially since he now has 5 memory to work with, so if he has something like Lady Devimon and... What's it called? Lady Devimon and... Gato. Okay, so yeah, I decided to pop the boost and just get rid of the Magnangemon. But in hindsight, this was a misplay, because now if he does have Gatomon, he has 8 memory to work with, so he can play Gatomon for 5, 3 memory left. Then he can evolve for 1 into Lady Devi, or into, doesn't really matter I guess, into any yellow, level 5 it should be. Then he can evolve into Lady Devi over the Icemon. And then he puts me to 1 and he can DNA Digivolve into Mastemon. And you're going to see that's exactly what's going to happen actually. And if he has access to the Makrakmon, which he does have, that's going to just be able to delete my entire field. It's going to go into Lady Devimon here, discard Lucamon. And then he's going to... Oh yeah, if he has the new Angel Woman, or the ST10 Angel Woman, he can evolve the Ice one as well, and then, yeah, exactly what I said is going to happen. Which is quite rough. Also because it's going to leave 2 memory, and I do have access to the Darkramon, but I don't have enough memory to play it out. Going to pitch Gatomon there, I think, to get rid of my remaining Commandramon. And I just Missy evolve to Commandra, but it's going to be quite rough. Like, I also need some really strong security checks here to stay in the game. The Gatomon coming out next turn will also be a problem, because that means I won't be able to Darkramon him. So yeah, it's going to swing double check with the Mastemon, then attacks with the Gazi, and that way he doesn't get punished by either Ultimate Flare or the Iron Fists. So he can attack with the Makrakmon for game. So yeah, really unfortunate that really big turn with the EX3 Dragonic. I got 2 pretty unlucky hits, but that's what Mastemon does, right? It's like a pseudo security control deck, and you kind of have to keep that in mind while playing against it. I started with a Seals Dry here, and Mathijs actually has to just hard play Magnangemon to start his turn. It's not ideal. I'm going to swing in, hitting Psyche, so it doesn't really matter. I get to keep the Seals Dry. And now I play down 2 Commanders to put him to 1. I do play both the Floaty and the Decoy Commander, so even if he had Def Access me to put me to 10, I will be able to use the Decoy Commander to save the Sealstra stack, and then the Floaty Commander will hopefully hit, and I still have 2 bodies on field. But instead he's actually going to Chaos Degrade the Sealstra here. He does hit Kazu off the top though, so that's nice. Chaos Degrade on Sealstra, kind of crazy. But his hand was just really, really subpar at the beginning of this game anyway. So one of the problems with D-Brigade oftentimes is that if you have a lot of memory, you actually can't do a lot, because you don't really generate a lot of card advantage, and honestly just super hard playing into Defex. It's also definitely not something you want to be doing. And yeah, like I said, like it's almost like security control, right? I hit into a memory boost and then into a Hell Scythe. At least the Hell Scythe can't really get anything good back. But it does get the Psychomon though. Evolve into another Seals. At this point, I had another Tankmon in hand. I was considering just hard playing it. But I think in the end I decided to just, hard play to Commandra. Because he has 3 security left now, and we'll have 4 attacks lined up for next turn. So, what's rough though, if he can memory boost and evolve into Gatomon, which luckily he doesn't do here. And then into Lady Devi, you could actually just set him up for a Mastemon right there. He goes into Icemon, jamming as always. That's one of the good things about all the Commandras in the security for this deck, right? Even though Icemon is not that meta relevant. We see my floating Commandra hit into the Decoy Commandramon. It's also so nice that the deck can now play so many Commandramon because you're almost always hitting. He does recover 1 again with Machina here though, so unless I have the old Darkramon, that means I won't be able to go for game here. Hit into another memory boost. So that's like 3 for 4 good memory checks there. Going to the Tankmon I talked about earlier. I do like Tankmon being able to get you some additional card draw. Aside from the Sealsdramon. Let's do Gazi here. But this is, I think I misplayed a little bit in this turn. Because after I checked into the memory boost, I should have just gotten rid of the Icemon, to be honest. Because now with the... Even if I put into 1, he can memory boost and evolve the Icemon into Lady Devimon and potentially go into Mastemon that way. So I definitely should have just swung over the Icemon with the Tankmon. Definitely pretty big misplay there. And now I do go super wide. But once again I have the Floaty Commandramon and the Decoy Commandramon. And exactly what I said is going to happen. Definitely should have thought about this while I was ordering my attacks. Definitely not definitely my own fault here for misplaying it like that. And I am going to get punished, so first he's going to swing over my Tankmon, of course, and then he's going to DNA Digivolve into the Muste here. And actually keep turn, which is something you don't see that often. Mastemon is like a rough matchup for this deck though, because a lot of my strong options, which are very high impact against other decks, they really aren't that high impact against Mastemon. Going to bring out Lucemon here, so he will be able to get rid of 2 of my guys. He's going to elect to pop the Sealstra with Mastemon, but I'm going to decoy. But then he's just going to Lucemon, pop the Sealstramon, so kind of results into the same thing. Going to swing with the Magna here, hit into Tankramon, then swing with Muste, maybe. Yeah, he's going to swing. Then actually also hitting a really strong security card, the Ultimate Flare. But it doesn't delete the stack since it does end at a 4 cost. I do potentially still have a game on field here though, but now he's going to hard play Angel Woman and give the Commandramon security attack -2. So I don't have game anymore. And he does have pretty good setup for next turn. Like if he has another Mastemon, he can just go for it. Going to go into Sealsdramon here because I really want to card draw mostly. Taking a look at the trash there. Oh right, it's because I need the blocker Commandramon, right? So I wanted to see how many were in the trash. So I crash into the Icemon there and then play out the blocker commander, so that's super lucky for me. But then I attack here. And the reason I do this is because he played the Angelman. I thought it kind of signaled that he didn't have a good security card left. But he did, so I don't think there was any win condition at this point, to be honest. I played the Devex here, but it doesn't matter since he played out the Magna Angelmon with the Flame Hell Scythe. So yeah, he had like 7 security and 5 of them were security cards. So what are you gonna do, right? Almost impossible to win. Now he can just swing. And I really have to hope he hits into either Iron Fist or another Ultimate Flare, but he doesn't. Because he does order the attacks a little bit incorrectly here, but since he doesn't hit into either of those, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, now the 1 blocker isn't going to be enough against his 2 attacks, right? So yeah, Mastemon very frustrating to play against, but I still think a good match, and yeah, another Hell Scythe, yep. GG.